I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love it when that happens. It could be big trouble.
U.S. President Donald Trump making it clear he's not pleased with Russia's latest test of NATO's resolve. The Swedish military releasing these images Saturday, showing 3 Russian military jets soaring over the Baltic Sea after violating Estonia's airspace for a total of 12 minutes. The country's government calling the move a, quote, unprecedentedly brazen incursion.
It was a very clear provocation. It was definitely meant like this.
But Kremlin officials beg to differ. In a statement, Russia's defense ministry says, quote, the flights were carried out in strict conformity with international rules governing airspace, with no violation of the borders of other states. Estonia's foreign minister, however, says the evidence is clear and he's calling for a strong response.
It is important that NATO shows and gives a message to Putin, but also publicly to our allies that NATO is united, and we take this situation very seriously because the situation is very serious.
Taking to social media, the country's prime minister shared that NATO fighter jets responded to the Kremlin's planes, forcing them to flee the country's airspace. He also said his government has now requested Article 4 consultations, a mechanism which allows any member to formally bring an issue to the attention of NATO's principal political decision-making body. A meeting is due to take place early next week. To the southwest in Poland, NATO's Eastern Sentry mission is now underway. 2 F-16 fighter jets from Denmark, 3 Rafale jets from France, and 4 Eurofighters from Germany are now patrolling Polish airspace.
We are ready 24/7 to take off on demand. The demand comes from the chain of command of the NATO, and we are able, when necessary, to take off and be ready for any mission.
The mission comes just over a week after NATO fighter jets were forced to shoot down nearly 20 Russian drones that had crossed into Poland during an attack on Ukraine. The operation marking the first time that shots have been fired by NATO since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Now, these Russian incursions into NATO airspace come as the country continues to pummel Ukraine and ceasefire talks remain stagnant. Prime Minister Volodymyr Zelensky says on Saturday 580 drones and 40 missiles were launched from Russia, targeting his nation's infrastructure, civilian production companies, and residential areas. According to medics on the ground, at least 3 people were killed in the bombardment, and more than 26 others were left injured. For City News, I'm Karling Donoghue.